my name is Vinny Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about WTO agreements like TRIPS, TRIMS, GATS and AOA for UGC Net in Commerce. So first of all, we are going to talk about TRIPS. TRIPS stand for Trade Related Aspects of Intellectual Property Right. This agreement protects intellectual property right of their member countries. That means this agreement protects invention, ideas, design of their member countries so that nobody can copy it. And this agreement was signed on 15 April 1994 at Marrakesh, Morocco and came into force on 1st January 1995. And this agreement set a minimum standard for protection of intellectual property right, in which include patent right, trademarks, industrial design. This isn't just a way to facilitate international trade and protect innovators and creators. Now we will see important points about TRIPS. This agreement is applicable to all member countries of WTO. Under this agreement, there is one TRIPS Council which is responsible for administrating and monitoring of all operations of TRIPS agreement. TRIPS agreement contains 73 articles which are organized into 7 parts. Article 31 of TRIPS agreement allow compulsory licensing for production or import of patented product without the patent holder's consent, but not always, under some specific conditions related to national emergencies, public health and certain other circumstances. On 22nd June 2022, WTO approved waivers of intellectual property right for COVID-19 vaccine. Waivers means temporary remove some patent rights. Next is the Doha Declaration on TRIPS Agreement and Public Health, which was adopted in 2001 in Doha in order to acknowledge importance of public health and promote access to medicine, especially for developing countries. On 2nd October 2020, South Africa and India submitted a joint communication to TRIPS Council in order to receive waivers from certain provision of TRIPS agreement for prevention, containment and treatment of COVID-19. Next agreement is TRIMS, Trade Related Investment Measures. This agreement prevents WTO member countries for adopting any investment measures that can distort international trade. That means members countries of WTO cannot adopt any policy, rules and regulation which can distort international trade, because this agreement ensures fair international trade. Article 2 of TRIMS prohibit a member from applying any investment measures which is inconsistent with provision of GATT 1994 Article 3 or Article 11. TRIMS was formalized in 1994 and negotiated in a Uruguay round and came into force on 1st January 1995 alongside of establishment of WTO. One most important thing, this agreement applies investment measures on trade of goods, not on trade of services. What is prohibited under this agreement? Local content requirement. That means don't force MNC or foreign investment to buy input from your local manufacturer. Trade balancing requirement. Don't force MNC or foreign investment about their proportion of export and import. Domestic sales requirement. Don't impose regulation on MNC regarding sales of goods within your domestic country. Similar, don't impose any restriction on import quantities and foreign exchange, and don't set any export performance requirement. Next is GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Services. Previous agreements don't include services, but this agreement includes services because during that time period, 66% of GDP and 67% of employment generated through services sector in developed countries. This agreement divides service modes into 4 parts: cross-border supply, consumption abroad, commercial presence and presence of natural person. One by one we will discuss about each. First is cross-border supply of services. That means the services provided from one country to another country without any physical movement of goods or services. means service provider will not move from their place, but still they are providing services. For example, a company from country A provides legal advice to client in country B through telephone or internet. Next is consumption abroad. When consumer from one country travel to another country in order to consume services, it will be called consumption abroad. For example, tourism and receiving medical treatment or education from abroad are example of consumption abroad. Next is commercial presence. When service supplier from one country establish their commercial presence in another country, or we can say that when service supplier from one country establish their subsidiary or a service branch in another country, it will be called commercial presence. For example, foreign banks and insurance companies in India. Next is presence of natural person. When service supplier from one country temporarily go in another country in order to provide service, it will be called presence of natural person. For example, when consultant from country A travel to country B in order to provide IT support for their project, it will be called presence of natural person. Next agreement is agreement on agriculture. This agreement mainly have three pillars. First is domestic support. That means reduction in domestic subsidies that distort free trade and fair price policies. As we know, AMS is domestic support given to agriculture sector per year. Under this provision, AMS is reduced by 20% over a period of 6 years by 12 countries and 13% over a period of 10 years by developing countries. This agreement divided subsidies into three parts: green box, amber box, blue box. Green box includes subsidies that do not distort any trade. Amber box include all subsidies that distort trade. Blue box is amber box subsidies with the conditions. That means blue box allowed to give subsidy while ensuring production is limited. Next pillar of this agreement is market access. That means focus on reducing trade restrictions like tariff, quota and other barriers to agriculture import and encourage great access to foreign market. Next pillar of this agreement is export competition. That means focus on export subsidies and other government support programs that give subsidies to export but reduce subsidies that create unfair competition in international market. So this is all about WTO agreements. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.